Welcome back everybody. Today we will discuss statics problem related to resultant of force system. So the problem is we need to find the magnitude in pound force for the resultant of the below shown coplanar forces. The first thing we need to do is just to tag these forces. So this is force A, this is force B, and this is force C. Now we will construct a small table. It have the forces and it have f of x and f of y of each force. So we have force A, force B, force C, and the summation of these forces. For force A, it's 28.5 pound force in the positive y direction. So, and there is no component in the x direction. So we have a plus 28.5. For force B, we have a 19.75 pound force in the x direction, and there is no component in the y direction. So we have a plus 19.75 and we have 0. For force C, it's coming with an angle. That means we need to have two projections, one in the x direction, one in the y direction. So we have f of cy and we have f of cx. Now, in order to evaluate f of cx, it should equal to the force itself, which is 41.57. Now, if the angle that you are looking for is in between the axis and the force itself, you will use cosine. So it's cosine 60. Now, for f of cy, it should equal the force itself, which is 41.57. If the angle is not enclosed between the axis and the force itself, you will use sine that angle. So it's sine 60 degrees. So 41.57 cosine 60, this is 20.85, and 41.57 sine 60 degrees, this is 36.11. Now, for force C in the x direction, it's coming in the positive x direction, so it's a plus 20.85. In the y direction, it's coming in the negative y direction, so it's negative 36.11. Please be reminded that you must not leave any number in this table without a sign, because sometimes you might forget the sign here. So the summation of these forces, 19.75 plus 20.85, this is plus 40.6, and 28.5 minus 36.11, this is negative 7.61. Now we need the resultant force. So we have in the x direction we have 40.6, and in the y direction we have negative 7.61, and this is the resultant force R. So we have a right triangle, and R, it equals the square root of f of x squared plus f of y squared. So we have 40.6 squared plus negative 6.61 squared, and that is 41.31. that is C.